Hello there guys and welcome back to episode number 10 of the Hibs project. And since we last met, I've been very busy. We've sold a few players on and we've brought in a lot of players. Now, as you remember from last episode, we lost half of the squad basically. They were loan players. We lost half of them, have all gone back to their parent clubs. So we had to look for more players to bring in, and we needed a bigger squad this year, I think, because hopefully if we can qualify with out of the European qualifying games, if we can overcome the games that we have coming up for that and we get into the competition, we're going to need a big squad to push in that competition and in the Scottish Cup and in the league as well. We're looking to compete on all fronts. So I've been a busy boy. Now, before we get into the signings and today's games, we play Maltese side Balzan is their name. Now, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm probably not, but that's who we've got in today's episode. We'll play the first leg where we're away from home, and we'll play the second leg. And before we get into the transfers and the games, I just want to say thank you very much for the likes and the comments on a previous video. I basically rushed home. I just finished work, and I wanted to get this episode recorded for you guys as fast as I could because I'm really excited about the players that I've brought in. We've still got some others to maybe come through the door as well, but I wanted to get this episode out for you guys because I'm excited for you to see what I've been up to. Now, let's run the intro, and we've basically we've made some moves, so let's go. And here we go. Now, as you can see on the right hand side of your screen, we've had 3 outs and the potential for 2 or 3 more to go out. We are only in July, the 9th of July, so this is the first game. Like I said to you, the European competition that we're in, it's called the best placed playoff, like qualifying round or something. We play 2 legs, home and away today, but it's basically pre-season. So we haven't finished all our transfer business, but we've sold 3 players for a total of 400k, and we've brought in 9 players for a total of 1.3 million. There's still some money in the bank to spend. I've made some moves in free transfers, but first of all, we'll focus on the outs. Tom James, who hadn't played at all for us, he went to Oxford for 50k. Shout out Plob. Joe Newell, he went to QPR for a fee of 245,000, and Paul Hanlon, who is captain in the club in real life, captain in the team, I should say, in real life, in the absence of Davy Gray, but didn't feature for us at all last year. I think he played maybe 1 or 2 games, so he went to Killy for 115,000. But we'll focus on the ins now. Now, I started by bringing back Oliver Skip. Delighted to have him back on loan. His wages have gone up, which I was a little bit upset about, but there's plenty of room for manoeuvre in the wage budget for us to get Skip back in. So he is joined by Curtis Jones, who we managed to get back. Brilliant towards the end of the season after Boyler came back, and Jones was more out on that left-hand side. He started playing a lot better. Another player that we've brought in on loan, and a new one, is the 20-year-old Argentinian Facundo Colidio. I'm sure that's not how it's said at all, but on loan from Inter, going to be a backup to Camberi, who we managed to get back off loan. He was on loan at Rangers last year. In real life, he's gone to St Gallen. It's a tricky one. If there's any Hibs fans watch it, let me know what you want me to do with Camberi. We'll get to it in just a second. But this guy, Facundo Colidio, he comes in, decent pace, good physical stats, good finishing as well, which is exactly what I'm after. Try and finish those chances in the games that were like 1-1 or 0-0. We're very tight games. We need someone who's going to break the deadlock. I'll focus on the 2 big free transfers in just a second. Now, Simone Moshin came in. We got him from Pro Vercelli for a free transfer. I'm very pleased with him. He's going to be a backup goalkeeper. I'm looking to loan Dabrowski out. He'll play a backup role to Marciano, who is still here, thankfully. We got him on a free. I mean, he's decent. He's not anything special. Celtic signed Roman Berkey, and I went in for him, and Celtic offered him 60k a week. So, we're not going to be able to compete with that. Celtic have been busy. They brought in some big players. One thing as well I didn't realise was Edouard finished top goal scorer of the SPL. He left halfway through. He went to Liverpool. Good one, Sam, for telling everybody. This one I previewed in the last season. Samuel Longo, who has come in, and his ability is not as good as I thought it was, but he's still good. He's not as good as Camberi, but he's still going to be our starting striker for the game today. Decent all round in sort of finishing areas. Passing and technique is very good. Off the ball, composure, and he's got well-rounded physical stats for this level. I'm pleased with him, and for 500k, he's now worth 3 milli. You can't really complain at that. So if we were to move move him on. We'll maybe make some money out of that. The next loan player we got in was Kiana Hoover. Yeah, another name butchered, but can play a variety of positions, centre back, right back, and right wing back if we need it. He's basically going to be a backup to Davy Gray or a backup centre back to our new 2 centre halves that I brought in. Yeah, he was somebody that I looked at getting in on loan. I mean, we're hardly paying any wages, so if it doesn't work, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, a good backup option for a centre back and right back. I'm also in the market right now for another right back, a youngster, 21 years of age, for like very little money. So we'll see if that deal comes through before we end the episode today. But yeah, Kiana Hoover, welcome here. Now, I'm very, very pleased with this one. £800,000 spent, a Benfica centre-back, Alexandra Penetra. Now, 18 years of age, we got him from Benfica for 800k. Acceleration and pace-wise, not fantastic, but 16 heading, 13 marking, 14 passing, 11 tackling at 18 years of age. Could already be a starter for us, but he is going to be a backup option to our main 2 centre-backs, who I'm going to play Porteous for most of the year. Now, I've played through in a lot of other saves, or a couple of other saves, I should say. I've played through a lot of years, and Porteous becomes a very, very good centre-half for this division. So I'm hoping that I'm going to play him a lot this year, and we'll maybe accelerate his ability levels, and we'll maybe make him into a decent or a better player than he is now, because he's already very good. But for 800k, Alexandra Penetra, welcome. And this is a big one, but it's not as big as the next one I'm about to show you. Max Kilman on a free transfer from Wolves. Now, I'm delighted with this because he's a brilliant all-round centre-back. Good pace, good strength, good stamina, or decent stamina, I should say. Agility and balance is very good. Nicely rounded physical stats. 12 heading, 14 marking, 13 passing, 14 technique, and 13 tackling for a centre-back. 23 years of age. We got him on a free contract, or a free transfer, I should say. We got him from Wolves. Very, very pleased with this. A decent amount of money we're spending on his wages. But yeah, this is very, very good signing for us. And for a free, you can't complain at that. And this is the one. On a free transfer from Liverpool, Pedro Chirivella. Now, I think I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure this guy gets picked up by pretty much everybody on this game this year. His contract starts to run out in around about April, May. He was on my radar then, but he wasn't speaking to anyone. The same with Max Kilman. They wouldn't speak to anyone until their contract had run down a little bit. Managed to get him in on a free. He's going to play beside Stevie Mallon, or just behind in a new formation, which we're going to try out today. But yeah, Pedro Chirivella, really nice rounded stats for this level. First touch is good, passing very good. He's got good vision and work rate, teamwork, off the ball, composure is 15. He's going to be one of those players, I think, that can unlock the door in tight games. And here we have the overview of our squad. Now, there's not a massive amount of players here for the fact that I want to compete across all of the competitions this year. Boiler, his ability and current ability rating has dropped because of the players that we've brought in, but I'm not worried about that. Boiler will continue to be one of our wingers. We've obviously got Slivka back. He was on loan at US Orleans last year, and Melka Hallberg as well can play in the middle of the park. Skip won't be playing today because he signed after I was able to register him, so he will not play today. But we managed to get this guy. He's come back off loan. He went, this is what I'm saying, it's a bit of a controversial one between Hibs fans. So any Hib fans that are in the comments, watching any of the videos, let me know what you want me to do with this guy. Now, in real life, he's just signed for St. Gallen, but halfway through, I think it was, or at the start of last year, I'm not entirely sure the timing of it, but yeah, he basically requested to go to Rangers on loan, and he didn't really do very much when he was there. I'm not even sure if he played a lot towards the end of the season, but for us, he'll be a decent player. Now, because of all the things that have happened in real life, whether we want rid of him or not, it's entirely up to you guys. If you want to see him stay, I'll keep him here. He's probably going to play. He's not starting today, but yeah, let me know what you want to do with Camberi. He's a decent option, good in the air, good finishing. He could be a real viable option for us, but yeah, let me know what you want me to do. And this is the team that we play today. Balzan FC, they're from the Maltese Premier League. We're heavy favourites to win this game, and with some of the condition of the squad, I've basically just played like 4 extra friendlies to generate a bit of money. We played City, Man United, Who else did we play? We played Celtic, which we beat Celtic 5-2 in pre-season. If that's a sign of things to come, I'm interested. But yeah, the boys are knackered. But like I said, in terms of the schedule, you know, here we are. We're in July. You know, it's the 9th of July, so we've still got all these friendlies to play before we kick off against Aberdeen and Rangers, which will be in the next episode, depending on when these European Cup best place first qualifying. It's a mouthful to say. Games get done. Hopefully, we can do the business today. And the team to face Balzan is as such. Now, Nkuku is on the way back. Marseille obviously being our parent club, we can sign him for no wages. We don't have to pay any of his wages, which is perfect. So I'm playing Stevenson today, but Nkuku may be on his way back in with a couple of other players who I won't preview just yet. But this will be the team then that takes on Balzan. We are heavy favourites for this game, so I'd expect us to do the business. Now, fitness is not great. Kiravella is one that we'll have to watch. We'll probably bring Slivka on at halftime if we're dominating and winning the game easily. I don't really want to risk him because he's going to be a huge player for us this year. Marciano in goals, Davy Gray at right back, Adam Jackson and Ryan Porteous. We don't play the 18-year-old in this game. I'm going to go with the players who are fit. Stevenson at left back. Kiravella will sit in this deep line playmaker role. It is a risk playing him. He's only on 78 condition. It's a big risk, but I don't really want to play anyone else. I want to get ahead in this game. Hallberg and Malin. Skip will be in Hallberg's position when he finally is registered. Boiler one side, Curtis Jones the other, and new signing Samuel Longo makes his debut through the middle. And they're going for a 4-2-3-1 narrow, which is, I haven't seen that this year. Team talk's gone well, and we're underway in our first European Cup game as manager of Hibs, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, we are heavy favourites for this game, but like I said, the condition of the players is not great because we're basically in pre-season, as we've got an early corner here. Malin finds a Boiler back to Malin. It comes right across here to Porteous, who finds himself at the right back position. Ball goes across, Curtis Jones goes in, Hallberg back out to Malin, and we recycle the ball quite well here. Kiravella, go on, do it. First goal. Yeah. Oh yeah. Pedro Kiravella bends one into the far corner for a debut goal from all of 20-25 yards, and this boy is a serious player, and I can't believe we got him on a free. Who's that almost got in the way? Porto, I don't know what he was doing, but a lovely finish, bends it round from there. Stadium is packed, 1-0, and I would fully expect us to do the business in this game. We were 8-1 on to win this game as Malin puts the ball in and Jackson heads just wide. I'd like to see Luongo get off the mark here for us today, and as well as a goal for Boiler in our first game back in Europe, as Porteous looks long, and Longo now here on the ball. Holds it up nicely, goes back to Hallberg. Jones on this side, cuts inside, back to Kiravella. And you can just see Kiravella as that deep line playmaker just makes us tick as Curtis Jones goes close. Great ball from Boiler. And yeah, so far, we haven't really seen too much else from us in terms of clear-cut chances, but we are leading and we have an away goal, should that be important. Now, Davy Gray collects the ball and finds Stevie Malin, and Kiravella just making us tick in the middle of the park. I'm excited to see what he can do for us this year. Gray, ball across, Luongo hits the bar, and Borg clears from inside his 6-yard box, and yeah, good chance for Luongo. I'm upset that didn't go in. Plenty of chances and plenty of highlights for us so far, as Gray works some space on the right hand side, ball across, Curtis Jones heads it back to Stevenson, a couple of 1-2s, and Stevenson dispatched it past the goalkeeper. I didn't expect him to hit that, that's why I kind of paused, but a 1-2 between him and Curtis Jones, and I think it's a tasty wee finish. Gray puts it in, Jones knocks it down, Stevenson gives it back to him, Jones lays it off, and Stevenson, well, keeper's not done great there. Get that off my screen. But 2-0, we'll take it. Stevie Malin now loves it from this range. I'm going to say he's going to score from here. Got a corner now with Stevie Malin, ball in, headed clear, and only as far as Curtis Jones, and Jones brings it back in. And this is a good run out for the boys, as Boyle finds Malin, who smacks a shot into the centre-back, and Balzan now maybe come forward as they lump it, and Porto deals with it. And now Curtis Jones brings us the other way. Got Stevenson here, should he choose to use him. Ball in, Boiler. Decent half for us so far. We've played quite well. We could do with a couple of other goals, I'll be honest, as Longo looks to get off the mark. He cannot. Good defending from Balzan. But 2-0, half-time approaching, and Balzan maybe have a chance here. So they look to build from the back. Long ball forward. Porteous deals with it. Now Stevenson. Jackson launches it forward to Longo, and now Boiler. Boiler out to Longo, and Boiler's continued his run if he can find him. David Gray, can he get a ball into the box? He can. All the way to the back post. Jones climbs, but it's cleared away. Stevenson now on this left hand side, can he get a decent ball into the box? Goes back to Kiravella, who is coming off at halftime. His condition has not been fantastic, and he's got his goal and he's making us tick. I'm enjoying his performance so far greatly. And now Boylist back to Kiravella and Gray, and we're taking our time here. There's no, well, if this is a header, there's going to be questions asked about the goalkeeper. But I was going to say, we're taking our time. Very, very nicely played. Just sort of knocking it round. We'll have a look at it in 3 dimensions. Kiravella just at the peak of that, or the bottom of that diamond. Not the peak, he's at the bottom. Easy for me to say. Ball in from Gray, and Jones, well, Keeper's not had his finest first half, shall we say, but at halftime, 3-0 up. Very pleased with the performance. Keep it going. And as we enter the second half, I'm going to bring off Kiravella for Slivka. Hallberg can go and sit in that hole. Slivka will come on as a box-to-box midfielder. So Kiravella, a decent debut for him. He got his goal. He wasn't exactly fit. We do have another friendly in between these 2 games, which I think I'm going to cancel. It's meant to be Leeds United away, but with the condition that these boys have at the moment, I don't really want them playing as Longo hits the bar. Great ball in from Boyler, and Longo, I want him to get off the mark in this game, but so far it's not quite worked out for him. An hour played, and I think I'm going to start making some changes here. Curtis Jones struggling for a bit of fitness on that side, so we'll bring off Curtis Jones and we'll also bring off Longo, and we're going to see Camberi. Changes have been made. Gray goes out to the left hand side for Jones, who, like I said, was struggling for a bit of fitness. Camberi comes onto the middle. No goal for Longo on his debut, which is, it's unfortunate. And Camberi scores. Been on for, I don't know, less than 2 minutes. And Davy Gray gets an assist. I think is that another assist for Davy Gray. He's playing well on this right hand side. He's realised we're in the market for another right back. A good ball, good header from Camberi. He's got 14 heading, so he might be big for us this year. Should you want him to stay as Malin? Free kick straight at the goalkeeper. But yeah, we're in the market for another right back. He's a youngster. We're getting him for peanuts if we get him. But yeah, like we had a little bit of money to move around. We moved a lot from the transfers into the wage budget so we could get Skip back in. I did think about going back after Eric Garcia as Adam Jackson heads in from a Stevie Malin free kick, and 5-0, I would say this is tie, done and dusted. So yeah, it's been a dominant performance for us. I thought it probably would be. I'm not sure who we play in the next round. I remember that they've already done the draw for the next round. I did think about going back in for Eric Garcia, but with the 18-year-old centre back that we brought in and Max Kilman, I thought between Jackson, Porto, Kilman, the 18-year-old whose name I forget, and you know, we wouldn't really need to look for Garcia to bring him back in. As Boyler, can he get a goal? He cannot. So yeah, Garcia with another 13k in wages on him. I just didn't think it was the right move for us. So yeah, we're gonna have faith in my transfer targets, especially the 18-year-old little wonder kid. We'll try and get him some game time. He will play in the next game for sure. So yeah, no Eric Garcia, but we got Skip and Jones back in. Slivka out to Boyler here, and still no goal for Boyler. Can he get an assist? Ball cut back to Horgan, hits the bar and cleared away. We've had 49 shots in this game, and they've had 1 at home. But hopefully when we get them back to Easter Road, we can put another 5 past them. Routine victory for us then in Malta. Balzan 0, Hibs 5, Kiravella, Stevenson, Jones, Camberi, Jackson. When did Camberi come on? 66th minute he came on and he scored literally with his first touch. Incredible. Going to be a controversial one if he stays, because he's not exactly, like I said, adored by the Hibs fans, but he's a good player on the game, so we'll maybe keep him. 2 loan offers that I've put in have been accepted. Sarpreet Singh, who is a attacking midfielder from Bayern, young 21-year-old midfielder, and Nkuku hopefully will be back for us this season. Next game will be the second leg of the Balzan game, and if there's any transfers that come in while I'm fast forwarding to that date, I will let you know. I am actually going to cancel the friendly match against Leeds because we do not need any extra game time. I'm going to rest the boys. I know it's pre-season, but I don't want them to be knackered going into that game. Any injuries we can avoid will be much appreciated. Confirming then that Dabrowski will go on loan to Arka Gnidia, Polish First Division. Another name I've butchered, but yeah, best of luck for the season. And another one here is Christian Deutsch has agreed a deal to join Hamilton. Now, with the players that we brought in, we have Longo, we've got Camberi, and we've got the youngster from Inter, Colidio. I didn't think that we needed Christian Deutsch, so hopefully this man can do the business for us. But Christian Deutsch, who notched a few goals for us last year, he basically started every game, or almost every game up front, until we got Darasov in. But 8 goals in 33 games for a team who want to go on and try and challenge for the title. not good enough. But thank you for your services, my friend. 250k we spent on him, 250k we sold. And there are some add-ons in there from Hamilton. But yeah, best of luck. And we probably see him this year. He's in the Premiership with us. If you're interested in Celtic's transfers, they brought in Gineppo from Southampton for 10 million. He's on 35k a week as a squad player. Like, that just shows the money that they've got. They also brought in Roman Berkey as their first choice goalkeeper. 60k a week he's on. Like, I can't afford to be paying players like that. Rangers haven't really done too much. There's some decent players here they brought in. Ricardo Kishna, 25-year-old Dutchman, he brought him in on a free from Lazio. Jermaine Defoe on a free transfer as well, and Miko Albornoz, who I looked at actually. 9 million he's worth. Left wing back. They brought him in on a free. So they've spent a milli on Johnny Russell. Johnny Russell, who lit up the MLS at Sporting Kansas City last year. He is here. John Flanagan is left and a couple of other players. But in terms of big signings, apart from Gineppo, the top two, quiet in terms of transfers. Dortmund are in for Encham. Let him go and let us win the title. Well, there's a couple of coaches come in here. We've got Jez George, whose name I love as the director of football. He gets in accepted, and Dave Besant, welcome to the goalkeeping coaching side, and this is the right back, Bogdan Milovanov. Now that's another tremendous name. Let me just show you this guy. Here we are then, 22-year-old Ukrainian that we got for 76k from Numancia in Spain. But yeah, I've signed him basically as a backup to Hoover and Gray, but he is our player, and for 76k, I mean, I can't grumble at it. And yeah, so welcome here, Bogdan. Shout out to Manic, by the way, for the mug, wizard. I know you've been looking at it thinking, is it Manic's face? Is it Manic's face? It is. Man like Manic. I'm not doing the Unity thing, Sam. I'm not. It's not happening. Basically because the wee man's a bit. This will be the team then it takes on Balzan in the second leg. We're already winning 5-0, so I've made a few changes. Simone Moshin comes in goal. Hoover comes in at right back. Penetra comes in at centre back alongside Porteous and Stevenson, who continue their, or keep their positions. Kiravella in the deep line playmaker role. Slivka comes in for Hallberg on that side. Malin continues in the middle. Boiler one side. Horgan comes in for Curtis Jones, and Longo continues. We won 5-0 in the first leg, so I fully expect us to do the same again today at home. Team talk has gone well. Stevie Malin is captain for today, and here we go in the second leg from Easter Road. Now, this is a good chance for players like Stevenson, obviously with Nkuku back in, Moshin, obviously playing second or backup to Marciano, and Slivka in there. It's a good chance for them to show that they're ready for this kind of level of football. I know that the team that we're playing aren't exactly fantastic, but it's a good way for them to show that they're ready for this sort of game. The centre-back, the Penetra, the 18-year-old, it's a good chance for us to see him as well. So I'm pleased with the team selection, and so far we haven't really seen too much attacking highlights of us. We've been completely dominant in the game, as I expect us to be, as Boiler, who couldn't score in the first leg, pulls a save from the goalkeeper there. Now, this game is done. You know, let's be honest, we're in full control here. So yeah, it's a good chance for us to see some of the players who maybe won't start every game, as Malin puts a ball in and Horgan gets the header on it. The keeper couldn't keep it out, and Stevie Malin with an assist. Daryl Horgan opens the score, and it's taken us 26 minutes to take the lead, but we've taken the lead. Easter Road is fairly busy for this European Cup game. I expect us to fill it this year for some European games, especially if we get past the next round and into the group stages. 37 minutes on the clock then. They launch a goal kick forward, and Stevenson deals with that at left back. Be interesting to see how well Stevenson plays this year. He will be second again to Nkuku. Like I said, we're getting him back. But the fact that we're paying none of his wages because Marseille is our parent club, as Boiler, brilliant finish. There we go. That's my Boiler. Yeah, because we're not paying any of his wages, it's a good way to get him back in. I wasn't sure if we were going to do it, but because we're not paying his wages, it's a good signing for us. And he's young and he's developing, and he's a decent left back. Played well for us last year. Boiler rides a challenge here as Chiavella gets an assist, and that's a wonderful finish from Boiler. He couldn't score away in Malta, but he scored here at home, and it's 7-0 in aggregate, 2-0 on the night. Very, very pleased with that, and pleased with the boys that they're not sort of complacent. They're not taking the mick. They're still pushing hard, as a loose pass from the centre-back. And highlight straight after the goal here. Is this for us? As Penetra wins a header, and Boiler, fresh off his goal, finds now Hoover on the right-hand side, pulls it back to Stevie Malin. He finds Slivka and Kiravella. Just the fact that Kiravella basically... Longo, there we go, he scored! I was about to say the fact that Kiravella just sits at the bottom of that three, yes, I should say, and just sort of dictates the tempo. I love watching him play. Longo, though, couldn't score away in Malta, same as Boiler. He scored at home. Keeper's had a nightmare there. And Longo, good anticipation, taps it in. I'm happy with that. He's off the mark for Hibs. He's got his goal on his home debut as well, so happy days. 3-0 and another highlight after the goal. Moshin now on it as they just sort of launched it aimlessly forward, and we give it to Kiravella. That's one of the instructions I've got on, is to play it to the playmaker, and Hoover now at right back. I hope I'm saying that right and I don't sound ridiculous. Boiler now, back to Kiravella, Slivka. Kiravella again, just dictating the tempo. Stevenson, ball in, Boiler back post, it's going to fall to Malin, heads it on, and well, the keeper... How has Stevie Malin got an assist for that, by the way? I'm pretty sure the keeper's had an absolute nightmare here again. Stevenson puts a decent ball in. It's actually headed clear as Boiler went for it. Malin heads it back in. Longo takes a touch. The keeper just doesn't deal with it. And Longo has scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals for a total of 6 yards, I think. It's probably not even that, because his first one was pretty much on the line. Malin now, corner swung in. Longo hat-trick. He's done it. It's 5-0 before half-time, 10-0 on aggregate, and Longo has a hat-trick, and the boys are padding their stats. I think Longo's got a goal bonus in his contract, so I'm upset with this. But Malin gets another assist, ball in, Longo, towering header at the back post, and that is why we signed him. Another highlight here, Malin, ball in, Longo again, head straight at the goalkeeper. We've had 83% of the ball here as we head towards half-time. I'm happy with this. Penetra, good ball out to Stevie Malin, and this highlight is continuing here as he's looks to put a ball in. It's deflected or blocked, and they get it away. Or do they? Fouls on here? Is this? And Boiler... I thought Boiler had snapped him there. It looked like he'd gone straight through him. Penetra wins the header. This highlight's still going on. Is there something coming from this, or are we just wasting our time here? Hoover back to Boiler. Back out to that side. Boiler again now. Ball in. Cleared away as far as Slivka. Slivka finds Horgan. Horgan finds Stevenson. And we are knocking this about quite nicely here, but this highlight is very, very long. Cross it goes. Horgan in behind. He scores. Keeper again gets a hand to it. Can't keep it out. And Hoover gets his assist. And Daryl Horgan gets his second of the game. Second goal of the season. It's 6-0 and it's half-time in it'll be very shortly half-time, and it is 11-0 on aggregate. Well played, boys. I don't know if Moshin has made a save yet. I don't think he has. Hat-trick for Luongo. A hat-trick of assists for Stevie Malin. Daryl Horgan's on a hat-trick. Good half, boys. Let's continue this. Everyone looks confident, and they should. They should be filling their boots here. Malin, can you get a goal? Off the post, Penetra. Ooh, Penetra was offside, actually. Never mind. I'll give Canberry, I'll bring him on at 60, 65 minutes here. We are very, very confident. I'm going to bring on Canberry just now. No, I'm not. There's a highlight. Malin, ball in. Longo back post, he scored again. I was just about to take him off as well. Samuel Longo with his 4th goal of the season. And 4 goals in this game. It's 7-0. Brilliant. And that's exactly why we brought him in. Another highlight. This has been enjoyable so far. I mean, we played well in Malta, but we're playing even better at home here. Horgan now, he's on a hat-trick. Can he add another goal as the ball comes across? Boiler gets his 2nd of the season, and now he's on a hat-trick. And it's 8-0. And do I feel bad? I do. I kind of feel a wee bit bad. Malin's got 4 assists here. Longo's got 4 goals, and Malin's got 4 assists. We're on it again here. It's Horgan. And Longo, he's clean through. He's got 5. Longo has got 5 goals. It's 9-0. I wonder if Longo's goal bonus better not be more than £600, because he's already at $3,500. And we're only 66 minutes in. I was going to take him off, but I want him to get a double hat-trick now. As they launch it forward. Let's not concede. I don't want to concede. We're winning 9-0. It would be very, very upsetting if... Good save from the goalkeeper. I'm surprised he's not sleeping, Moshin. It's not exactly like he's had much to do. As we build from the back here now with Hoover, and he's attacking this right-hand side. Can he get a ball into the box? He's got Boiler there with him. He also has Stevie Malin. A lovely ball across, and it's Horgan. And he's denied a hat-trick by a good block from the defender. So I am going to take off Longo. Canberry will come on for him as a target man. Hallberg will come on for Slivka. And Max Kilman will come on for Ryan Porteous at the back. A 10 rating for Samuel Longo. That's a GG. 5 goals in the game. Good for him. Good for him. Malin now, ball in towards the middle of the box, cleared away by Balzan, and Kiravella's on it, and he finds a wonderful pass out to Stevie Malin. Malin goes down the right-hand side, ball in. Canberry, he's in on the act, and Stevie Malin's got 5 assists, and it is 10-0, and we are not stopping here. Inside the last 20 minutes, can we get any more? This has been something else. I thought we would win the game comfortably, but this is another level. Boiler now gets past his man. Can he cut it back? He can. Good ball in. Cleared away by Borg, and Stevenson will keep it alive on that side. Ball across. Boiler. Hits the bar. Horgan, can he tap it in? Neither of them want a hat-trick. They're both on a hat-trick, but neither of them want one. Their goalkeeper is playing a 5.6 rating, and I feel for him because he's basically just keeps getting exposed. And yeah, we are relentless here. As Chiavella knocks it out to Horgan, and Horgan, can he attack the right back? He can find a wonderful ball out to Canberra, and now it's Hoover again. Gets a ball into the box, and Hallberg blazes from the penalty spot. You can tell that Hallberg doesn't score too many goals with that finish. Inside the last 2 minutes here, is there one more in this game for us? As Kilman now, who's probably never played an easier game in his life. He's only been on the pitch for like 10 minutes. Ball in. Horgan, hat-trick. There it is. So a hat-trick for Luongo. 5 in total. A hat-trick for Daryl Horgan. And an all-round tremendous performance for us. And yeah, I know that not every game... Wait a second, wait. I've just seen something as Malin puts it in. Canberra scored again. It's 12-0, people. It's 12-0. Malin's got a double hat-trick of assists. But I've just seen something here, right? Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to pause it. And I'm going to zoom in on it, right? There is one away fan who has travelled from Malta to watch his beloved team. He sat on his own and his team are 12-0 down in the game. Can we refund that guy's ticket? 12-0, 17-0 on aggregate. I mean, it's like a pre-season friendly, isn't it? Hallberg was uninterested. Not surprised, to be honest with you, but that's a good win for us, and I'm pleased with that. First leg triumph helps Hib pass Balzan. I mean, we won 5-0 in the first game. We won 12-0 in that one. And okay, so the draw has already been done. The Euro Cup draws Hibs against Rijeka? Is that how you say it? Are they Croatian? They are. They're from the Croatian First League. Okay. What happened last year? Where did they finish? They didn't finish first, second, or third. So, they're not the best team in Croatia, but it's going to be a tough game, I would think. We play away from home first, and then we play them at home in the second leg, which is good. Is it second leg, or is it just one and done? It is 2 legs. So, away from home first, and at home in the second leg, and I will bring you that game. It'll be the next time that we meet. It's not too far away from here, so yeah, that will be the next time that we meet then. And I leave you with this as we win a game, a professional game in a European Cup, best place, first qualifying game. I know it's a mouthful, but we move. 12-0 we won. 5 goals for Luongo, a hat-trick for Horgan, Boiler got a couple, Canberra got a couple, and Stevie Malin got 6 assists. Incredibly. Yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. The next time we will meet will be the next 2 legs in this competition. It's not too far away, so we won't be having too much news to bring you, I don't think. There may be some transfers in. I know we're in for another couple of players. We may get them done before the next game, but if not, I will bring you them when we start the season, and hopefully we can get into the European Cup. And this is where I'm going to end the video. If you have enjoyed it today, let's leave a like for 12 goals. Can we get 5 likes? 5 likes for Luongo's 5 goals. Without leaving a like, subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. We're 1 away from 70 and 6 away from the goal of 75 before FM21 drops. And until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. English is difficult. 12-0. Happy days. See you later.